Here's what nobody is telling you about MTD ITSA. If you're a sole trader with over 50K income, you're about to go from 1 tax return a year to 5. And the software to handle it, that will cost you anywhere from nothing to £600 annually. And you heard that right. You're now paying hundreds of pounds a year just to comply with tax rules you never voted for. If you've already seen my MTD ITSA action plan, you'll have seen just how confusing and overwhelming that software comparison table really is. And here's the thing that's really bothering me. Most business owners are going to pick the wrong software, either massively overpaying for features they'll never use or choosing something so basic it'll create more problems than it solves. I'm going to show you exactly how to figure out which is the best software for your specific business so you don't overpay for needless features or find you're having to change software later because it doesn't do what you actually need it to. As part of the action plan I've also built a questionnaire that will give you a personalized recommendation in about 3 minutes. So you can go to the notes below and do that questionnaire. Because getting this wrong doesn't just cost you money, it could mean overpaying tax, compliance issues, headaches, or worse, penalties from HMRC. Let's be crystal clear about what MTD actually means for software. Instead of filing 1 tax return per year, you'll be doing 5 submissions, 4 quarterly plus 1 at the end of the year. But here's the crucial bit. You can't just use any software. The software needs to connect directly to your bank accounts, categorize your transactions, calculate your tax position, and then submit that information directly to HMRC. This isn't like the current system where you can just fill in the boxes on the government website. Everything must go through MTD ITSA compatible software that has a direct link to HMRC. Get this wrong and you're looking at overpaying tax because your software makes it hard to reconcile your transactions. Or you face compliance issues because your quarterly submissions don't match your actual financial position. The software you choose isn't just a nice to have, it's now going to become a backbone of your entire compliance system. And this creates a Goldilocks problem. Just like Goldilocks, who needed that porridge just right, not too hot, not too cold, you need software that's right for your business. Not too basic that it can't handle your needs, and not so complex that you're paying for features you'll never use. I see this confusion every day. A landlord with 2 properties doesn't need the same software as an e-commerce seller with thousands of transactions. A freelance consultant has completely different needs from a VAT-registered tradesperson, but most of the advice out there treats it all the same. The problem is made worse by the marketing of software companies. They're obviously pushing their most expensive packages. While some accountants, they'll recommend what they're familiar with, but they don't really care what's right for you. And meanwhile, HMRC's own guidance basically says, pick any compatible software, which is about as helpful as saying, just buy a car when someone says, how do I get to the shops? So let me break this down with real scenarios. If you're a landlord with fewer than 3 properties, you don't need to spend £50 per month on comprehensive accounting software. Something like Hammock at £8 per month is specifically designed for rental property. It calculates your yields, but it also tracks your property expenses. But if you're an e-commerce seller dealing with Amazon and Shopify and thousands of daily orders, you need something completely different. You'll want Xero or QuickBooks, and that starts at around £33 per month. And this is because it has great API links to tools like Ecom Ledger and Link My Books that can automatically sync your marketplace sales. For consultants and creative freelancers who aren't VAT registered and have fewer than 500 transactions, Free Agent is £19 per month and it's often perfect. It's designed exactly for this type of business with automatic mileage tracking, direct self-assessment filing. Plus, if you bank with NatWest, RBS or Metal, you can get this for free. But if that same freelancer becomes VAT registered or their transaction volume increases, they're then better moving to QuickBooks and Xero to handle that additional complexity. And here's where it gets interesting. If you're a driver or a delivery rider, most traditional accounting software is overkill. Something like Untied Light is about £5 per month. You can do it on your mobile phone, and it's designed so you can complete your quarterly MTD updates in about 5 minutes. But then if you're a VAT registered tradesperson, you need software that can handle both MTD for VAT, MTD for ITSA, but also CIS returns, and QuickBooks or Xero work well here. Now here's where many businesses go wrong. They think, I'll just get the most basic package and I'll upgrade later. That sounds sensible, but it can create problems. If you're a highly complex landlord dealing with furnished holiday lets, jointly owned properties, or capital gains issues, starting with a basic software means you're going to have to change later. And that's time consuming, expensive, and it creates opportunities for errors right when you can't afford them. If you're a rapid growth startup, you need financial dashboards. You need comprehensive software from day one. The data integrity and reporting features aren't add-ons you can add later. They need to be built into your systems from the start. And this decision needs to be made soon. You have to have your software selected and set up and running smoothly well before the MTD ITSA deadline hits. The last thing you want is to be learning new software while at the same time trying to hit that first quarterly deadline. I built a questionnaire that takes about 3 to 5 minutes to complete and gives you a specific software recommendation based on your actual business situation. Not general advice, it considers your business type, transaction volume, VAT status, growth plans, and also your technical comfort level. I've included the link in the software section tool in the notes below, along with my complete MTD ITSA action plan, which takes you through exactly what you need to be doing and when. And as we get closer to that April 2026 deadline, we're going to get more information and we're going to update that plan. The questionnaire is part of our complete free MTD ITSA crash course that we're rolling out over the coming months. Rather than waiting until 2026 and hoping for the best, we're helping businesses get properly prepared now. While there's still time to implement everything systemically, the questionnaire will give you a specific recommendation, explain why it's right for your situation, and provide next steps for getting set up. And I've built these tools because I actually don't agree with the change. It's going to hurt a lot of people if they're not prepared. Business owners need support, and the only thing which will help ease the impact of MTD ITSA is by being pre-armed with knowledge. So getting your software choice right isn't just about saving money. If that is important, it's about having a system that works with your business and not against it. A system that makes MTD ITSA compliance as painless as possible so you can focus on running your business rather than wrestling with software. Scroll down to the notes below to complete the questionnaire and get your personalized recommendation. The longer you wait, the more rushed you're going to be at implementation time. And if you found the breakdown helpful, make sure to like and subscribe because I'll be covering every aspect of MTD ITSA as we approach the April 2026 deadline. Don't let software choice become the thing that makes MTD ITSA more complicated than it needs to be.